Hi, the best professional development that I've been to was the Instructional Conversation Conference. It happened a few years ago, but everything that I learned at that conference was so good that I still implement it now, and it's been 3 years, and I feel like through that conference I was able to gain so much for my own classroom and for myself as an educator that I will be a big advocate of it to other people. In our readings, it talked about how there are different types of methods that you should have in professional development in order to make it effective and best practices for teachers. And one of those methods was from Darling Hammond in 2017 in the article, and it says a good professional development needs to be content focused. And so for me, since I am an English language arts teacher, this workshop, the Instructional Conversation workshop, was so effective for me because I'm teaching reading, I'm teaching writing. Those are my two main content, and this workshop really focused on both of those. And at the end of the conference, it showed how the data improved for the students who went through instructional conversation teachers and how they scored way higher scores than students that have not been through a classroom with a teacher who have taught through the instructional conversation workshop. And so I really enjoyed it. It was hands-on, it was good, it was productive, and I feel like it made me a better teacher. The worst professional development that I've been to was the Gatesall conference. It's a conference that focuses on ESOL students. It's usually held in different places, but the last few times it was in Atlanta, and when I went to these conferences, it was just, there were so many people there, and each workshop was so quick that there was not a lot of opportunity for teachers to really practice with all the information that we're getting from it. And in our readings, Darling Hammond mentions that in a good, effective professional development workshop, you should have hands-on learning. And I feel like because the Gatesall conference was such a big conference that there was not a lot of hands-on activities for us to put to practice the things that we were learning. And it felt like it was just a lot of information that I already knew and that I was already implementing into my classroom, and I felt like I was a little bit cheated. And the last question is, how can we provide effective PD experiences to our own colleagues? And I feel like for me, one thing that my school really struggled with is teaching in a way that would impact our ELL learners, because we do not have a lot of ELL population. We don't have a lot of resources in order to make those accommodations in our classroom and even to put it in our lesson plans. And so as a matter of fact, last year our principal made it one of our school goals is to reach out to our ELL students and to have some sort of ELL strategy within our lesson plan. And so I feel like with our readings that we talked about in the Darling Hammond's one, it talks about using effective practices from other lessons and other unit plans, showing best practices and implementing those within a workshop. So I feel like if I was to lead a workshop about how to effectively help our ELL students, I would give them samples of lesson plans, or maybe watch a video of effective teachers and how they have changed their lesson plans in order to make it benefit our ELL students. And as well, even in the ISTE website, one of the standards that it mentions is having equitable access to educational technology, digital content, and learning opportunities to meet the diverse needs of all of our students. And so I feel like ELL population is one population that isn't very, from my own school, isn't very focused upon. So I feel like this is a standard that I would really emphasize in my workshop if I was to do one, to make sure that we make our lesson plans so effective that we would be able to reach out to these diverse populations. And so yeah, that is everything. Thank you.